ready to go. I'm ready today. So with that noise, you got sound effects over here.
I'm trying to lower it. All right, there we go.
All right, here we go. It is September. Let me put my glasses on. I don't need them all the time, but I need them to kind of look at my notes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Good day today. Good.
Actually, I'm still crying over that women's final. Sad for both of those players.
Interesting day today, and this is going to be a good time right here today. It's going to be a great time. Anybody doubt this is going to be a good time?
I like some of you guys, man. You guys must not like me. Some of your ideas of what you want me to do.
You think they can actually hear you? Because
I think they can hear me. What's up with the ghost pepper, Stimpy and Laurencio?
All I gotta say is, let's go, Stimpy boy. Because Stimpy boy out there was the one that called Osaka winning this and Osaka being the next #1 in the world when I was too busy talking about her video games.
You know,
let's go, Stimpy boy. Let's go.
You have to respect her game. She has a great game.
Stimpy boy brought drunk.
She has a great game.
Let's go, Stimpy.
Very good serve. I feel so bad for that girl, though.
Stimpy boy made me feel like an idiot.
Hopefully she'll be the next future of not American tennis, of women's tennis, because lately we just had a champion in every Grand Slam. So
we're gonna get into all this, but just let me go ahead and let the first fact of the day be that Stimpy boy, aka Genius, at this point, a long time ago, and I was like, what? I didn't say it here because, again, my job...
Well, I didn't think Osaka, after the bad season she's had, I didn't think she was going to win the U.S. Open.
We're going to get into this a lot. And so we're going to try to go ahead and roll into the drama because there's a lot today. There's a lot today.
Man, I cried a lot.
Look, I shed a tear.
I did too. I cried for both of those girls.
Look, I was sitting there and I was trying to withhold it. And I had a tear that ran down my cheek. And I was like, man. At the same time, I remember Stimpy Boy calling this in a way. And I was too off in my own world. And I kept hammering Osaka on her video gaming. I understand there was drama there. And we're going to get into that. But it's my job to be even, Steven, as someone that's narrating this and trying to keep cooler heads and try to keep the cooler heads prevailing. Because one thing we will never do, as so many of you so elegantly have pointed out, that we'll never go to the dark side of negativity. We're just not going to do it.
No, we're not. And like Serena said in that when they were presenting the trophies, let's all be positive, guys. Let's make the best of this.
Standing
ovation.
That's
how you have to be. Poor Osaka, man. The glory was taken away from her today.
First and foremost, aside from Stimpy Boy a long time ago talking about this, and my apologies for knocking Osaka for a while, no matter of the drama that unfolded today, she earned the match.
She earned the match.
No one can disagree with
that. She was beating Serena. She was making her look like she was older now.
Lest we not forget, though, that for me personally, I'm not talking for anyone else, just me, and I think Carla would probably be right there with me. But I still think that Serena Williams is hands down the best athlete, pound for pound, that has ever lived, male or female.
Yeah,
I think
she could win another one.
I think Floyd Mayweather is there. I think Michael Jordan is there. I think Shaun White is there in his respect to sport. I think Michael Phelps is there in his respect to swimming. I think Mike Tyson is there in boxing. I think Muhammad Ali is there in boxing. I think Serena is up here because of her sheer awesomeness. I like Serena a lot. Again, my favorite tennis players are because of different game styles, serve, volley, one-handed backhands, and so forth, like Hennens and Grofs and so forth. But Serena, for me, has a real heart. I don't care what anybody says. Or Serena, for me, is for me the best athlete, male or female, that's ever lived. And you can debate that all day long, but I'm not. I won't even get into it. That's just my opinion. Nothing more than opinion. I don't have facts to back that up. Less that she's got 23 Grand Slams, in which we get into this head-to-head thing on the men's side. But anyway, I'm not getting into that again either. But Serena Williams, for me, has my utmost respect. To me, Serena is the best athlete, male or female, that's ever lived.
Agree.
That's just my comment. I don't think anyone can debate that unless it's just jargon. Right?
Yeah. I mean, Serena is the greatest. She's better than Federer. She's better than Nadal. She's better than Djokovic. Sorry, guys.
Until someone gets 23 and then maybe 24 like Margaret Court.
Yeah.
Then we'll talk about it then. And
She's the best, and sometimes she doesn't play these big tournaments, like, you know, Masters for women's. I don't know what it's called.
It's like, yeah.
But she doesn't play them because she wants to win the slams, because that is the biggest tournament in the stage. That's the biggest tournament.
And let's be real, not every player plays the Masters.
Not every player plays it.
All right, so anyway, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be located. We are here for a 6 show. A quick note that I had written this all out in a note format prior to the Serena and Osaka match beginning, just before it started actually. And so a kind of whole different vibe unfolded. So kind of follow us on this one, because I think it all will tie in together in a positive way. It'll like be energy and energy meeting and just vibing out on good karma. Let's go. Come on. Got you. I promise. Positive stuff. Let's do it. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, I wrote this in before the match started. It is women's final day at the U.S. Open. It's the women's finals day. Let's go. Women's finals day number 1. Again, this is before the match started. I already know the outcome, but follow me. This is women's final day. Right? Right?
Right.
Big day. Big day. A quick note to Carla here. I don't know. She has no idea this is coming. Okay? No clue. A quick note to Carla here. This is our 86th show. 86. That would be 86.
Mm-hmm.
Rahesh, I know you like that, bruh. Getting bilingual in here. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Bilingual. Telling you, I'm gonna be rico suave. Uno momento, por favor. Let's go. ¿Qué pasa, señorita? ¿Qué pasa? Don't you know I'm loco? Don't you know I'm loco?
Anyone who listens to rap would know that's
Cypress Hill. Let's go. Right. Anyway, this is our 86th show, and I am happy and sad at this point, just when talking about what we do here as a group.
So am I.
It has nothing to do with the U.S. Open. I have nothing to do with anything more than just man to man, woman to woman, woman to man, whatever. I'm happy and sad, right? The reason why I say this is I'm happy to see the final, but I'm kind of sad to see it as well. Happy?
Sure, because it's the last match, the biggest tournament of the season.
So this means for me that our coverage is coming to an end for the season. It's kind of, we 85 shows really. If you look at the amount of them we put out, I think it's like 300 or 400 videos in total. So it's actually like 400 or 320 or something in those range. But it's been such a fun journey, and again, as always, we have to thank all of you for this journey. It's really been cool. I know Carla keeps up with Rahesh a lot, and a lot of other people that are now kind of not just here but elsewhere in our daily ventures, and I think it's really awesome, by the way. But being our 86th show and being the women's final today, that means when this final is over,
it's over.
It's over, at least until the Australian Open, unless again your input keeps us involved.
Well, there's some women's tournaments that are big, but again, some players don't play them. Serena's one of them.
So for me, I'm sad to see the women's final, regardless of the outcome. I think we all know it at this point if you're watching the video.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that. However, drum roll. Okay. I have for about the past 4 months. When do we do pre-Wimbledon? Like June, July, August. Like 4 months.
Yeah.
So for 4 months for Carla following the women's game. Now I've been with her with the women's game too. But for someone that has played the women's game at a high level, has coached it, has been around it, I think sometimes what goes through a woman's head is different than what goes through, say, my head when I'm on the court, or our Rule Fallen head when he's on the court, or when her dad Nathan is on the court, or when Jonathan, her brother, is on the court. Guys are a little bit different. Women are more emotional, and some keep it in better than others. So all I want to say is from my standpoint, from someone that has done this with Carla every day, as well with our kids and everything else, that it's been amazing to watch you assume the ultimate role of following the women's game for 4 months.
Cool.
Well done.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So sad about it.
Aren't you supposed to look someone here in the eye when you shake their hand?
Yeah, I'm just looking at that jellyfish down there.
Jellyfish?
Look at the big jellyfish.
You want me to show them the jellyfish?
Look, it's right there. Look how big it is. See it?
You think they can see it?
I don't know. It's pretty big. I was looking at that lone jellyfish. Maybe he's here to watch the show, or she's here to watch the show. Lone jellyfish.
I wonder what type of swimming mechanisms they have to enable them to move forward where they need to go, or do they just drift with the current? It's a great question. Any marine biologists out there that can answer that question? How does the jellyfish go to and fro? All right. Back to tennis. All right, you ready?
Yes.
We're back in business? All right, enough of that. Gotta make sure I still didn't hit pause or something.
You know, women's tennis still has a long way to go, Justin. I mean, besides what we saw today at the U.S. Open, they don't get the coverage, they don't get the respect, people don't want to pay them. They got a long way to go still. You think that maybe Serena will be the next Billie Jean King, fought for their rights?
We're going to get into the match, and I don't know how to say something now and then not say something later without going like 4 parts. So, because I have kind of an introduction written,
I was just thinking about that.
And I'm really trying to push through that so we can get through all the viewer comments, in which there's a lot, and that's the most important part. The most important part of what we do is what you say. Mm-hmm. We don't do this if it's not for you. So right. if there's no comments coming in, we got nothing.
Right, and I try to respond to everyone, even if I'm working at my other job or, you know, when I wake up, as soon as I wake up to feed the baby or something.
Wind gust.
I'm sure they can hear me. He always says that, and I always hear myself. Do you guys hear me, even with the wind?
I just don't want to take jeopardy of saying something important and have to go back and be like, dang, they didn't hear what we said.
I'm sure they hear
That's all I'm trying to do.
So what's this new hat?
Oh, this is my LA Dodgers hat. I'm not necessarily a huge Dodgers fan, but I'm a Giants fan. So I would say Giants number 1. What am I talking about? I put this hat on I got sidetracked. I just pulled this hat off the bed and stuck it on my head.
Well, you look cute in it.
I had this hat. I've had this hat since what? 2007.
I don't know. You look good in it.
Whatever. I wouldn't even.
It's a good color in it.
This has nothing to do with this. Let's just move forward. It's just a hat. I'm from California. I like California teams. It's Los Angeles. Plus, it stands for LA, which is Lower Alabama. But I'm not a Bama boy. I like Alabama, but I'm not from here. I mean, I enjoy being here, but I'm not an Alabama boy. So, nonetheless, I would like the Dodgers as a baseball team.
No, I was just asking what's up with the hat. I was expecting a Federer hat, but I guess he gave up on
more or less, I just grabbed the hat off the bed. Is that a problem?
No.
So now I got called out on my hat? I didn't even realize
I said you look cute in it.
I thought it could have been a Roger Federer hat. I didn't know.
Okay.
Jeez, man. Why always got, I mean, come on. I mean,
see how men and women think different? He's taking it way different than what I'm saying.
I mean, why even mention my hat? What's that got to do with this?
Because you look cute in it. That's a good color.
I'll tell you what's going to happen is I'm not going to give you your trophy that I'm going to set to give you. This is a flashlight, but it's really a trophy. You don't even know it yet. She doesn't even know it yet. But on page 2, I got big props and a fake trophy that's really a flashlight for her. And she doesn't even know it. And she's giving me, you know what, right now. Why? How is?
I'm not giving you any.
So now you're gonna try to play it like I didn't do anything wrong, and you're being all nice now because you know I'm fixing to give you a trophy.
I said it looks good on you.
Yeah. Whatever.
He can't take compliments.
I don't like compliments. That's what the weak boys do. I don't want to.
Brother. Look, every person in the world likes to hear compliments.
I don't like to hear nothing.
Okay, you're ugly.
Get down to business. So let's go.
You're ugly and mean.
That's fine. I'll take that. Let's go. Makes me want to fight harder. Let's go. I need compliments. Let's just get down and dirty. Come on. You know that's how I am. This isn't an act. This isn't a script. If this camera was off, I'd be like, what are you going to do? And she knows this.
That's why he can't stop smiling.
Oh, but because anyway, she knows what's up. Just like on the tennis court where I let her win because she's like, Anyway, I'm not going to get into this crap right now. Just not.
Come on.
Just not.
We're going to videotape that.
I got no time for it.
We're going to videotape that one.
I got no time for this. Nothing. No time for you. All right. Anyway, back to where we just left off is that it's been really nice. Now that this has lost its magnetic properties, it's been really nice to have Carla following the women's game for 4 months. I mean, I followed it, but not as intently, and You know, talking about, oh man, she must be a bad day for her in a different type of woman way. So I was going to promote her with a trophy for having won the Women's Journalism Nobel Flashlight Prize. I was going to donate this to her, and I still plan on doing it, but kind of like Osaka ceremonial trophy ceremony today that came out, right? She obviously didn't get what she deserved, and you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But nonetheless, I'm going to get my trophy that I had in my pocket that she didn't know I brought out here, that I wrote here 2 hours ago. She had no idea of, and she's still giving me a hard time about my hat.
I never gave you a hard time. Now you're being like the umpire.
All right, well, I don't want to go there.
All right.
So I'm going to present Carla with a flashlight that works, actually. Didn't know that. Didn't test it out beforehand. But it works, and it's got a magical wristband. And I'm going to give this to you because you deserve this flashlight for your lovely job for the past 4 months on women's tennis. Let's go. I am second to none to her, so there is no second place trophy. There's only first place. First, and everyone else, her dad would say this: if you don't win, then you just lost. Second place, whatever. Second place, we're going to win or just give back the trophy for second. That's how we get down. Second place, nothing. We want first. Let's go, Arul Fallen. I know he agrees with me. I know Arul Fallen agrees with me. Right? Anyway, moving forward, again, thank you so much for the 4 months, hence why I gave you the ceremonial flashlight for your take on the women's tennis and following it so intently from Krunich's run-up to the grass season until Berten's rolling up through Cincinnati.
Well, you followed it pretty well.
Yeah, I did too, but if it wasn't for her enlightenment, I think I wouldn't have followed it as intensely. Second of all, as this season winds down, I must give a big shout out to Arul Fallen. Again, I wish I could just come out and say, what's up, with the whole proper deal, but I just don't know if that's cool, so I will not. When Arul Fallen has commented through Arul Fallen has commented throughout this past couple of months on the men's and women's side. Again, this guy has played with some of these people. He has coached the gist of a lot of these people and has been in the trenches with a lot of these people. And he is one of the most admirable people I've ever met in my entire life. And I'll leave it at that. And I've said this before. But I have the absolute most respect that you can imagine for Arul Fallen. And I wrote a note here. I would pay, as a father of 5 kids, a lot of money if I had it, which I don't. I'm so broke I can't even pay attention. Huh? Yeah, I mean, okay, but if I could, I would pay Carla and Rolando.
He's so dumb. He's dumb.
And Arul Fallen to coach. Man, I'm talking about these two on the court.
You know, I would pay him to coach my daughter, actually.
To see Arul Fallen coach it gives me chill bumps, man. It's like watching the match today, even though it came out dramatically and odd. It gave me chill bumps nonetheless. It made me shed a tear. But when you see Carlita here coach, and then with the likes of Roland, Arul Fallen. With the likes of these two, the energy that they have, man, I'm telling you, they can get a whole pile of dead leaves and make them turn green and build back into a pine tree. It's amazing to see. I would rather see these two coach, and I don't think they've ever coached together. I've coached with Rolando. I think you've met him, but
I met him one time, man.
Man, if I could have an academy built around her and Arul Fallen coaching, I'm telling you, I would sell my toenails and let you pluck them out in order to give you...
Sell your toenails? I don't think anybody wants your toenails.
It would be for the greater good, so I would take it. I'm just saying. These two bring a really energetic, interesting passion for a game. And I'm very admirable of both of you guys. Awesome. Seriously. Great season, Arul Fallen. Great season. I hope you have one too. Let's go. Vamos. Let's go. Come on. Justino. Right here. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? Let's go, amigo. Let's go. He knows what's up. He knows how to get down. I already know. I already know. He's feisty. Let's go. Oh, he'd say the same thing if he was sitting right here, and then bust a kickflip on you. Let's go. Try to teach him how to surf. Oh, I'm so ready for this today.
Okay, well, let's go.
I'm so ready. Anyway, if I was a student and I knew now what if I knew then what I know now, I would be in forever gratitude to attend you guys' academy. I'd be pumped about that. Man. Alright, we're at 20 minutes. And we hadn't even got started. It's alright, that's how we do it right here. We don't care. You know, sometimes we just go this way and sometimes we go that way. And today we're going this way. We're good? Are we good?
Yeah.
Right. Quick note, by the way. Quick note.
After all that.
Quick note. This is muy importante. Por favor. Bilingual. What's up, Rajesh? Oh, you think I'm not studying? You're doubting me. She's like, yeah, gringo is better.
I don't think that way, no. I don't think that way.
Yeah.
I don't. I really don't look at you that way.
Anyway, I'm just playing. Quick note on what Carla will be doing for not following through on her Nadal pick to win the U.S. Open. Quick note. We will read all the viewer comments today, even if they're replies within the comments that we normally don't do or haven't done lately because of the time reasons. If there's any replies within comments on what she has to do for her not having Nadal win the U.S. Open, I'm going to write them down, even if they're replies. So if she's scanning comments and she's just reading the topics, and again, we've kind of had to not read the replies within the topics, but if they involve her duties for that she has to do for volunteering for this type of firing squad, then we're going to read the replies anyway. So what I'm going to do is when she reads the viewer comments, which we're fixing to get directly on, again, that's the most important reason why we do this anyway. She's going to read the viewer comments. All the comments that have suggestions of what Carla should do, i.e., eat ghost peppers, dance, sing, write Djokovic on your face, whatever it may be, I'm going to write them down. At the end of the second part, we're going to go 2 parts, we know that. At the end of the second part, we will review those. If we get beyond 2 parts to reviewing those, because there is a lot to talk about and a lot of comments, then we will do something separately. But I don't want to rush her deed that she has to do. It has to be good. It can't be something weak. It's got to be awesome. Something memorable that will go down in the sands of time. It can't be rushed. It has to be good. So we're going to spend time on this, and maybe we come up with that in 5 minutes, and maybe we take a day or 2 or whatever. But this is going to be good, and we are going to share it over the whole entire planet. We are going to share it over the whole entire planet, and she volunteered for it. Did anyone expect anything less? Did you expect anything less? Because when I volunteered this whole deal, I expected that you would get absolutely humiliated if you were wrong, in a professional way. But you are doing something, and it has to be good. Doesn't everybody agree? Can anyone not agree with that? Can you? I didn't think so. You're going to get something that is going to be very intellectually evolved over a lot of different minds, and there's a lot of them out there. It has to be something good, yet within boundaries in a good way. But it has to be something memorable. Has to be. It just has to be. Okay? We have as long as we need, but this is going down. Let's go. It's going down. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Even though today is a Grand Slam final day. There's a Grand Slam final day today, right? Mm-hmm. Again, I mentioned this before. I had already written all this out before the Serena-Osaka match. Okay? Before we even talk about that match and before we even go into that match, that match still doesn't overcome the thanks that we always have to give to you guys. Without you guys, this doesn't exist. Without you guys, we don't get pumped up every day to do this. Without you guys, she's not staying entertained all the time with nice comments and messages that she gets feisty about. Love to see it. It's really nice to see, for real. I'm the atypical dude that loves to see wifey over there getting fired up all the time. I'm telling you. When she's fired up, I'm even better. I'm like, yes, go. She can be over there like, Bob, then what are you talking? I'm like, come on, bring it on. I'm like, come on. I love to see her fight. Bring it on. See, that's the difference. Fight on. Fight on.
That's why I went to.
Fight on. Love that.
Alright, what's the next thing?
I forgot now. I was thinking about you. Okay. I think I was at the point where I forgot. No, not really. So look. Again, thanks to all of you. We do this. It's a group effort.
Sure.
Again, 10% of what we talk about comes from our minds, and usually that is beaten down with a punching bag, and we like that. But it's done in a professional way, so we enjoy it. But 90% of it is your comments, your ideas, your quotes, and so forth. And it's growing, and it feels like more and more of a tennis family building from different nationalities, different cultures, different ethnicities all over the world. And I think that it's just absolutely awesome. So we're proud to be a part of it. I think we have people from Canada, Serbia, Morocco, Portugal, where else? Mexico,
England.
New Zealand, Australia, England, France, wherever Kia-san is. Russia, yeah, there's people everywhere, man. And again, the whole goal of what we do is to be great tennis fans, great athletes, kind people, for good reason. We have kids that watch this. We have a high school team that we coach, and we are always going to keep it positive. If there's anything negative, we'll delete it. We won't mention it. We'll block the person that said it. Because again, tennis is really a lovely sport, and it deserves respect. And again, the reason why we do this is to remain just that, professional, heat-seeking. No, we like to battle it out, but there's ways to fight, just like on a tennis court, without smashing your racket, by doing it professionally. That's what we do. We talk smack, hard-hitting, we grind it out. We might jab you and we might uppercut you and vice versa. But you can do that like a boxer, respectfully, or you can hit below the belt. Below the belt stuff, I'm out. Let's go. All right, so Carla is going to read user comments. Don't forget about your comments again for what she has to do for her punishment for volunteering for a bet and not following through. What's the time? Oh, we got more power tools. Cool.
At this time? On a Saturday?
Anyway, let's not get into that today.
Wow.
Let's just forget about it. I'm not going to let that bother me today. Real quick, this is a shout out to Chris Evert. And let me be real crystal clear about this. Don't think that I haven't run across Chris Evert. Don't think I haven't watched her in person. Don't think I haven't seen her play hundreds of matches. My sister idolized her as a kid. My sister was a top-notch junior. We went to these ladies' matches. Just telling the truth. I'm not saying this from a non-credible source. I'm not. I've watched her since I was a boy, from the sidelines. Okay? My sister idolized her when we lived in Southern California. Just laying the foundation. She is not a nice person.
She's not. I've met her in person too.
I'm not going to sit out here and tarnish someone, because if that person was sitting right in front of me, I'd look them right dead in the face and say the same thing. Carla, can you disagree? She's met the lady too.
I've met the lady, and I've seen several people try to get her autographs and stuff. As I was a kid and older, I've gone to her academy.
Look,
she's not nice.
We are better than sitting here and talking about someone, because that is not what we do. We are not for that. But the comments that I heard from
she's the worst commentator ever.
I'm going to leave it alone, because then I'm just being as bad as everybody else. That we say that we're not going to be like. So I'm not going to do that. we're going to get into the Serena match and all viewer comments on part 2, but I had to mention the fact that towards the end of the Serena-Osaka match, again, Osaka won that match fair and square.
She did.
She won it fair and square.
She outplayed Serena.
She outplayed Serena. Fair and square.
She deserves it.
She deserves a win.
Can't
no
take
doubt.
that away from her.
Even though Chris Evert at the end of the match corrected, well, and all this coaching stuff, but during the match, the comments that she made derogatory towards Serena for no apparent reason were ridiculous. I'm not going to mention those because, again, then I'm just being a hypocrite. If I'm sitting here lambasting somebody...
Well, I just thought commentators, like those type of commentators that work for ESPN, or they're supposed to be...
unbiased.
Unbiased, and she's not. She always has somebody that she likes or doesn't like.
And at the end of the day, half of the time in life for me, I find myself swallowing my pride or smiling when I want to frown or not mentioning a comment when I want to or not wanting to because I know that when you don't have a nice environment, it just goes downhill real quick. So sometimes over the years when I have look, I don't know Chris Evert personally, but I've been in her presence a lot. You have been. Every time she walks around, it's like she's got her nose in the air. She's got so much makeup on, you can't even see her true colors. And then it's like she shoots from the hip, these weird things, and I don't want to knock the lady. She's a great tennis champion. She won how many French Opens? Whatever.
Like 7.
Anyway, not lambasting that. But, man, can someone please do something about the non-biasness of this respected commentator? Because every time I'm on, whether it's the Tennis Channel or ESPN or any other media, and I'm not forced, again, I'm not hating on anyone, but I have to turn the volume down because every time I hear something, I feel like I'm watching the Wicked Witch of the West and the Wizard of Oz. It's just...
What's his name?
We're not going to go there.
What's his name? The one that was with her. I love when he comments. What's his name?
Chris Fowler.
Chris Fowler. He's always fair.
Chris Fowler's a great... Forget about that. Chris Fowler's been a veteran with the utmost ability for a very long time. That has nothing to do with Fowler. Fowler rocks. I like Fowler a lot. And as well for football, college, and pros.
Yeah.
Period. Has nothing to do with that. But can someone please stop the Wicked Witch of the West?
She's horrible.
Oh, my goodness.
Horrible.
Oh, no disrespect. This is not what we're about.
We're
sitting here talking about...
that say that. We're not the only ones who say that. I hear a lot of the tennis fans say that.
Wow. It might as well have been Chris Evert being the same umpire. Was Chris Evert in the chair when this third warning went out and cost her a game? I think Chris Evert and the umpire were on the same team. I think they were like...
That umpire should be fired, by the way.
So should Chris Evert.
Fired.
Whatever.
Completely fired.
Osaka won it. But the commentary of Evert mixed with the line calling from that guy, I don't care. How many men smash rackets on the tennis court?
So many. They curse him, they threaten them, and I've never seen this. Never seen this.
Serena smashes a racket and she loses a game.
How many times have we seen Nadal's coach,
anyway,
Tony, go like this? And how many? So many we've seen coach, and they don't do
we're done.
To the guys.
Part 2 coming up right now. 33 minutes, it's going to restart. Part 2 coming. Boom. We're done.